Welcome to, unbelievably already, episode 8 of the Fryerning XL Carp blog. So you join us now, we're back down in the lodge because the weather outside is rather inclement. Much needed rain, the ground is as dry as rock. Really need this rain. So great angling conditions. Hopefully a few of you will be getting out to do some soon. It's been an amazing couple of months down at Fryerning. We've got 2 months worth of fish reports rolled into one for you. So an awful lot of fish to go through. Some amazing personal bests, loads of members with big smiley faces and great big fish. And one of the rules down at the place, which I'm sure a lot of you will know, is that any fish over 20 pound needs to be entered into the catch report logs. It allows the management to monitor the growth of their precious fish and keep tabs on what's going on. When you open the catch reports, it's absolutely incredible nowadays compared to how it used to be, how prolific the fishing has been. And certainly just for August alone, I couldn't believe this, but for August alone, the main lake produced no fewer than 64 carp. Now, believe you me, years ago when I used to do the catch reports for the fishery, for Carp Talk magazine, you know, that would be close to a year's worth out of the main lake. So the fish are doing incredibly well. They're coming on loads and loads of big fish to show you, and some impressive, amazing looking creatures amongst them. So sit yourself down and we'll roll them out for you. Kicking things off in really impressive style is Paul Bryant. Paul caught the netted fish at just over 40 pound. Now, the netted fish, I believe, has got a strong case for being the biggest genetic leather carp in the entire country. It's certainly one of them. I can't think of any bigger. And although it's over 40 pound now, following a very healthy and successful spawning, that fish in the months ahead will be back up to his best and maybe eclipsing his best weight, which is just over 50 pounds. So that fish alone is one of the real reasons to get a ticket down at Fryerning, because, as I said, I don't think there's a bigger genetic leather carp in the entire country. So well done, Paul Bryant. The next one on our roll call, and an angler who features often in these blogs, is Steve Falco. Well done to you, Steve. He ticked off another 3 fish that he's been after with the Dalmatian and Charlie, and the Emperor, a very impressive August weight of 41 pound. Good angling, sir. The Bertram family have been long-term members down at Fryerning, always used to do really well on the Valley Lake, and they've been fishing on the main lake for a while now and really getting amongst them. They came down, father and 2 sons, Oliver, Elliot and father Steve, came down, lovely bunch of people, came down and fished a session together, catching a carp each with a couple of 20s and a 30, so that's a really nice family event. Elder son Elliot came back a little while later, fished on his own and had a really great session catching the Winger at over 40 pounds. Luke's Common, very rare visitor to the bank at just under 36, and a few 20s as well. So some top bombing going on there, well done. In years gone by, Fryerning had a well-earned reputation for being obviously a big fish water, but not really for bumper hauls of fish. And as time's moved on, it's retained its reputation for monsters, but now is also on the map for big hits of fish. And that change to the lake is quite notable, and now we're seeing really capable anglers notch up big hauls of fish, which in years gone by, very rare indeed. So that's testament to the great management that the guys are putting on the lake. So the action is now slightly more, or rather more prolific, but the fish weights haven't suffered at all, and the monsters are still out there as well. So you've got the best of both worlds. One guy who capitalised with one of these hits that I mentioned is Tommy Flower. Tommy's been a very consistent angler on the lake whenever he gets down. He caught 7 fish in one trip. 5 of those were members of the A team, as we call them. The top one being the netted fish, back up to 42 pound. Absolutely amazing genetic leather carp, I'm sure you'll agree. And straight after that, Tommy also landed Bertie's Linear at 38 pound 8. Amazing carp that is. No Name at 36 pounds. Charlie at 35 and a half. A 30 pound grass carp. A 30 pound 12 ounce mirror. And a 26 pound mirror as well. So a fine haul of fish. Well done, Tom. The Edmonds family were delighted to get their ticket on the main lake, and they came down as a family group, had an amazing session with personal bests, 30 pounders and fish over 40 pound between them, and they all caught. What a fantastic family session. Other notable captures from the main lake in the month of August include Andy Cox, who caught no fewer than 3 fish, topped by one that I'd like to meet, the really nice XL Pex at over 39 pounds. Ryan Woodland also chipped in. Ryan's been fishing down here for a while, always does well. He had the Whinger at 40 pounds 5 ounces. And the ever jovial Kevin Deeming chipped in with 4 scales at just over 35 pounds. Well done to all of you. Prize for the most dedicated members of the month surely goes to the Lancashire Carp Baits team, who made the 520-mile round trip to come all the way down to fish their favourite syndicate at Fryerning. The very friendly and affable Alan Sutherland came along with his partner Tia and their mate Jamie, and they fished a session, and Jamie caught the amazing and very, very sought after stripe, and followed that up with several other ones, all on the company's K9 Rubignol's boilies. A massive well done to you guys and making the long journey well worth the effort. Alan's very interactive on social media, and I've had a lot of interaction with him. Seems like a smashing bloke, so hope to see you all back down here again soon. As always, with 64 entries in the books for the main lake throughout August, there's just too many to mention. So here's a little roll call of some other notable captures before we move on. Moving on to the Valley Lake, after a bit of a busy period, maybe midsummer, it went very, very quiet down there in terms of anglers. There's been some amazing fish coming out, but even today there's nobody down there at all, and we have got some amazing astro-biblical, dare I say, weather upon us. So the Valley Lake is a sensational little lake. I've done a fair bit of time down there over the years, trips here and there through the winter. It fishes very, very well, and with 15 carp over 30 pound in there, and a common which could go 40, it's a very, very good value ticket to have. If you want more information on the Valley, there is a film that I've just done down there showing some of the edges that I employed to catch those carp. It's out now. It's called The Summer Hunt, so have a little search for that. If you're already fishing the Valley or thinking of fishing the Valley, then that film could be well worth a look for you. So moving on to some of the captures on the Valley in August. So kickstarting things down at the Valley for the month of August, we've got angling duo Kane Sutton and Josh Hefford fishing together. These guys really know how to get amongst the fish down there. Kane did especially well with a whole run of fish, which we're going to show you now, topped off with a 30-pound mirror and followed up with fish of 27.10, 24.2, a 22-pounder, another one of 29 pounds, and the carrot at just over 23 pounds. Josh also chipped in with this absolutely amazing looking fish, a mirror of 23 pounds and 2 ounces. That's some going on the Valley Lake, lads. Well done. One of the great perks about the coverall ticket down at Fryerning is it allows you to fish all 3 of the lakes. Albert and Trevor Saunders have been fishing on the main lake for a few years, doing very well, but Dad Albert never caught a fish from the Valley Lake, so Trevor took him off down there and they did a session together, and Albert caught this astonishing 30-plus mirror. What a carp that is. He backed it up with another one as well, and Trevor chipped in with a 27-pound mirror. Great angling, chaps. Mark and Finn Richardson, father and son duo, and fantastic chaps, have been fishing down at Fryerning for a long time now, and it often is the case that the longer you are a ticket holder at a lake or a complex, then the more you work it out and the better your results get. And that's certainly been the case for Mark and Finn, who seem to be pretty unstoppable now. They've certainly found the key to the missing equation, the piece of the jigsaw, and they've unlocked the code in fine style. And they've really set the syndicate talking. You know, these guys have gone from having fairly modest results to all of a sudden setting the place alight. And Finn has been notching up personal best one after another with some amazing fish. Have a look at these 3 commons from the valley of 24 pounds, 25 pounds and a belting PB of 28 pounds. Finn, well done lad, top bombing. And so finally we move into September. The weather changed, the fishing got a little bit harder, banks got a bit quieter, kids were back to school, holidays were done and dusted. But for the anglers who did set foot onto the main lake, the fish were still coming out. Barry Bison being the first guy to kick off with this lovely chunky mid-20 common. Jason Loveday has been a member on the main lake for a long time now, but due to pressure of other commitments doesn't get an awful lot of time to fish. So when Jason popped down and proceeded to knock out the Gambler, one of the nicest fish in the lake and one I would love to meet, at over 39 pounds, it really was a richly deserved capture. Well done to you, Jason. Tommy Flower came back down with his guest, John Fulbrook, and they fished side by side. And John chipped in with the amazing XL Pex at 41 pound, going up in weight already following the spawning. It's a very good weight for early September. Tommy also caught a brace of mid-20 commons, and considering the lads were only down for a 24-hour session, it was great work all round. Simon Davey and Elliot Bertram accounted for no fewer than 20 carp between them at the start of the month. Simon's best fish was the amazing Bertie's Linear at a very honest 39 pounds and 15 ounces, while Elliot's best fish was the Dalmatian. Amazing. Clean up before returning for another long session and amassing no fewer than 13 carp up to 43 pounds. And of course, apart from those ones that we've gone into detail on, there's a load of other fish. So feast your eyes on these, all caught from the main lake in September. York Stevens started September really well down on the Valley Lake with this amazing 35 pound common. Now this fish isn't the known big girl, it's one of the ones that's come through, a mid-30 common, a serious fish in anyone's book. Well done to you, York. Following on from that, incredibly, just days later, Chris Rutt landed another massive common. This fish being a 35 pound 12 ounce carp, again, not the big girl, and he backed that up with another of 28 pounds 2 ounces. Those fish in the valley really are getting monstrous. Connor Ward is a guy who certainly knows how to catch the fish down on the valley, and on his latest session caught no fewer than 3 carp, an incredible 24 mirror, 23 common, and another fish to back those up as well. Brilliant fishing. Cody McMahon has been fishing down on the valley for a while now. Cody's a top lad, I know him a bit, and a very capable angler who knows the lake absolutely inside out. And he's been putting that knowledge to very good effect on a very rare 36-hour session. Cody caught this astonishing looking common, which was a mid-20, but absolutely testament to the amazing fish that now reside in the valley. Great work, Cody, good man. Dan O'Callaghan fished with his son Cooper down on the valley and caught a new 30 for the lake with this common at over 31 pounds. Precious times, those father and son's experiences. Great angling, well done, sir. We're going to finish off the month with a few more fish. Too many again to go through individually, but feast your eyes on these fish from the valley throughout the month of September. Throughout September, the car park lake fished extremely well, as it always does. And Dan Callahan, who we mentioned just now, went down and caught a lovely koi of just over £20. That was just before he went and upped his PB on the valley. So a fantastic confidence booster for Dan there. Great stuff. Carl McCarthy and Dan Haselton have been main lake members for a while, but they took time out to enjoy some frantic rod bending action down on the ever productive car park lake. Bobbins and alarms were going all day long, topped by this absolutely mint looking mirror for Carl at just over £20. As always, the bankside work from the team at Fryerning is in full swing. There's always something going on down here, whether it's watering, pruning, cutting, all the things that go into making this place look as magic as it does, like a giant secret garden, as I often call it. On the main lake, the famous log swim has been refurbished totally. It was in need of a bit of care and attention, and the guys have been over there fitting it out and making it much more comfortable than it was. It's shut at the moment, but will reopen as soon as the newly planted grass seed has had a chance to grow back. So it's all been going on. Great work from the team, great management. Okay, looking ahead, the change, unfortunately, British summertime is coming to an end and the gate times will change. So it will be after the clocks go, 6 o'clock for all in and out business to be done and dusted. It will be also time for us to start using our own carp care equipment as the site stuff gets stored away for the winter. The challenge of biosecurity is not really an issue during the cold months when the water's really cold. So the stuff gets stored away and you'll need to bring your own slings, nets and mats down to the lake. So we look forward to seeing you next time. Keep in touch, look at our Facebook, Instagram and Twitter feeds for catch reports and fishery information. And thanks for watching, hope you've enjoyed, and we'll see you for a Fryerning XL Carp blog next month.